Hey guys, this is Ashley and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different than I usually do. So I wanted to do a sort of review about a movie that I saw recently, and that is Furious 7, the 7th movie in the Fast and Furious series. So I don't think I've ever said this before, but I'm a huge fan of the Fast and Furious series, and I've been so invested in these movies. Like, I was such a huge fan when they first came out. I had like gear, I had like this hoodie I used to wear, and I loved the movies. I remember we went to Universal Studios and they had the cars there, and I was so excited. Like, I was like, oh my god, Mom, I have to take a picture next to these cars. I'm totally invested. You know, it's crazy because I feel like a lot of times when movie series go on for like forever and they have this many movies, you know, they're not good, you know? I mean, besides like Harry Potter, I mean, it's a book series, so it had to be good. But, you know, Fast and Furious was just a movie that started, and it just kept getting better. It was like the movies kept getting better. I kept telling people that. I was just like, how is it possible that they're in movie 6 and 7 now, and these movies are getting better? They're just awesome. I love the characters. I love the storylines. They are amazing, okay? Now, with that being said, if you know anything about the series, then you know that one of the main characters was played by Paul Walker. Paul Walker lost his life in a non-related car accident, November 2013, and they hadn't finished filming the movie yet. So, for the movie, his two brothers were stand-ins in the movie, and they CGI'd his face into the movie. And I've got to tell you, Furious 7 was an amazing movie. It was so good. I felt like I was on the edge for most of the movie. I was just like, oh, you know, like making faces like that. And I love action movies, and I just love the drama and the fights and the driving. It's just amazing in these movies. It was such a good movie. I totally recommend it. You guys have to see this. And it was Paul Walker's last movie, and so they do a tribute. I'm getting a little teary-eyed now. They do a tribute to him at the end, and let me tell you, because I was so invested in these movies, when I actually heard that he died, I didn't believe it. I was just like, there's no way. And it was at the time when a lot of rumors were going around on the internet that actors were dying and it wasn't real, so I was just like, he's not really dead. But he was. He did die, and you know, my condolences to his family. I don't know how they made it through this movie, because I barely made it through the movie. It's such a great movie, and it's such a great ending to his life, the way that they portray him and the way they end the movie with him. They do a tribute to him at the end, and it shows him throughout all of the movies. I gotta tell you, I did not make it through that without tearing up. I actually started tearing up before my mom and I even got into the movie theater, because it was just, it was, you know, if you're invested in this series like I was, like if you were a huge fan like I am, you know, I'm a fan of so many things. I'm total fandom girl, you know, fangirl, all of that. So seeing this movie and it being his last movie and them doing this tribute, it was the most touching and most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was a beautiful ending and tribute. And I read online that the director of this movie, this was his first movie in the series that he actually got to do. So he didn't have that much time with Paul Walker, but he brought him to life so beautifully. And, you know, it was like, because of, you know, him losing his life, they ended his story basically in the series, and they, you know, they've kind of set it up for an 8th one, which I think they are making an 8th movie. But it was just the way that they ended his character, Brian, how they ended him in the series. It was great, and you could tell that, you know, the ending, they had to change it up, of course, because of Paul Walker's death, but you could just see the look on the faces of all the characters, all the actors. You know, they were really touched, and I think it hit Vin Diesel the most, and so they ended it with him, you know, saying these words about him, and it was just so beautiful and so amazing. all I can say is I recommend this movie. You guys have got to see it, especially if you're a fan of the series, if you're a fan of Paul Walker. I know for some people, my sweetheart, for instance, I don't think he's, you know, he's had a hard time with it too because he was such a huge fan, so he hasn't seen the movie yet, but I do recommend people going to see this, you know. Bring him to life, you know. Let him last. Just, you know, honor him, honor Paul Walker by going to see this movie because it was amazing. His brothers did an amazing job standing in for him. You can't really tell that much that it was CGI, and it was his face, you know, CGI'd on their bodies, but you know, it was great. So all I can say is go see this movie. There's tons of action, tons of driving and fighting and amazing characters, and it's great. Go see it and bring some tissue because the ending will get you. I promise it will. Whew. It got me. And it's getting me now thinking about it, but I promise it is a good one. So definitely go check that out, guys. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it wasn't like a major review. I'm not that big of a movie review person. You should actually check out my mom. My mom doesn't have a channel yet, but I'm trying to get her to do a channel because she loves doing movie reviews. So watch out. I might let you guys know if she has a channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys got some insight. Definitely go check this movie out. If you liked this video, please leave a comment down below. If you've seen the movie, leave a comment down below. Tell me how you felt about it. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Peaceful and deep. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time.